In this video, I'm going to show you how you can create a long shadow effect inside of Adobe After Effects. So let's get into it. So to start this effect, we'll first just create a new title. So we'll select T and type out a word or phrase of your choice. Now you can go into the character window and you can change the font, you can change the weight, you can change the color. It's completely up to you, but we're just going to leave it at that for now. Now, once you've created your text, we are just going to duplicate this layer. So Command C, Command V, or Control C, Control V if you are on Windows. Then we'll go into Effect and Presets and search for CC Light Burst 2.5. Now from there, we're going to keep the intensity at 100% and we're going to move the ray length down to around -200. And of course, if we go up to center, we can move this down here. And you can see the shadow effect is now starting to form. So from here, we're going to go and search for Matte Choker, and we'll drop that onto that shadow layer. Now from there, we're just going to pull these top three sliders all the way to the left. So Geometric Softness 1 is 0, Choke 1 we can pull all the way down to the lowest, which is 127, and then the Gray Level Softness we'll pull down to 0. And you can see if we solo that layer, that's looking pretty good so far. Now from here, we need to add some color onto this. So let's go for a gradient ramp. Drop the gradient ramp onto the shadow layer like this. And then we are just going to change the start color to a color of your choice. So I'm going to go for a nice purple. Then the end color is going to be a nice blue, just to add a little bit of contrast in there. We'll change the start of ramp onto the text itself, and then we'll change the end of ramp towards the bottom. Now at the moment, you're probably wondering what's happening. That is because at the moment our shadow layer is on top. So if we drag this underneath, you can see we've got the long shadow effect now complete. Although if you wanted to make this really awesome, then you could go onto the bottom layer. We could right click, we'll go to layer styles and create stroke. And that is going to create a stroke around that layer. Of course, we need to go into stroke in layer styles and change that to white. And that is how that is going to look. Now, if you wanted to make this a stroke rather than a fill, then you just select that text layer, go to character, you can remove the fill by selecting no fill color, go to stroke, and that is how this is going to look. Of course, you can always increase the stroke width if you wanted to, but I think somewhere around 4 or 5 is going to look nice. And now this long shadow is basically controlled by the center position up here. So if you go to the very beginning, pull the long shadow over here, create a brand new keyframe on center, and then move over 2 seconds. Now, if we move this over to the right, this is just going to animate from the left to the right in that 2-second time frame. Now, my computer is being really slow today, so I'm going to drop the quality down to 1/3, but that is that long shadow effect now complete. Now, this center control is just going to control where this is going to go. So maybe it could start over here and animate there, or maybe it could start up here, or maybe instead you could go for a long shadow effect. And then over time, if we go into ray length, we can just increase or decrease that length. So you can see by pulling it down to around minus 20 or so, you can see we've actually got this 3D text effect, which looks really cool. But that is how you create this long shadow effect inside of Adobe After Effects. If you enjoyed this video, then please consider pressing the subscribe button, or maybe check out this video above. Thank you for watching.